Man, hello, everybody. Look, I ain't even got the camera on. Look, I don't even know what I'm doing. It's like I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Hey, everybody out there in the chat, everybody watching later. Appreciate you. Back in my studio. I'm back. Back in Florida. It's beautiful states. Actually enjoyed coming back and feeling the energy of it. Seeing my boy, and my boy's got a girlfriend now. And she's hot. I'm so proud of him. I'm happy that he's feeling good. And man, you know, it's good to be home. Thank you guys so much who've remained subscribed, people who have supported me, people who have been here and been my ardent supporters. Appreciate you. I'm going to be moving forward in the next few weeks, doing my book, trying to get my book finished. That is my goal, but I want to hold some live streams, going to be talking to a few people, getting some things done as I move forward. I have not had time to put together a new intro. So for the very, very last time, here is my original intro. Hope you guys enjoy it. And let's have some fun. What is dead may never die.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. Persians! Give them nothing, but take from them everything!
You see, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.
What is going on with me today is Red Gaze. I stepped on his stream and he said, I'm just going to do it with you. I'm sorry, Red. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, that's all right. What's up? What's up, everybody? How you doing? Yeah, we're going to work that out so we're not streaming over top of each other, because I know this is probably one of the best times of the day for both of us. So yeah, we'll just hit back and forth, you know, and just be civil about it. You know?
Well, absolutely, man. We don't sword play here. We don't, you know, we're nice to each other.
Only in private.
Well, maybe. Back kisses are always welcome, dude. Good to see you, man. It's good to see you, Red. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. How's everything going with Nerium and Blood Bonds? How's everything going over there?
Oh, it's going great. Going absolutely great. We got some really cool projects lined up for this year. You know, Sunsworn 2, Bonds 2, both coming out this year. There's another secret project that we're working on that might come out this year, maybe next year. We got a wonderful artist on that. It's not Nerium. It's somebody everybody knows, though. So look forward to that. Actually, if you want to become a member of the BearBear Gage channel, I'm going to be putting sneak peeks on there of some of the stuff we got coming up. So far, I just got Big Raj, but I love Big Raj. Thank you, my man. Well, yeah, just trying to throw out some incentives because why the hell not? You know, I need to do more for the people.
Absolutely do more for the people. I'm going to be working on Fandom Menace Volume 2. Finally getting that done, guys. I'm so sorry. It's about a year over late. And I apologize to you for that. I had some self-destruct. I had some things I had to do. And now I'm going to got some interviews lined up. I'm going to be interviewing the great Vinnieart. Can't wait for that, for the comic section of the books. I think indie comics and indie creators is a big part of what we've done in the last several years, you know, promoting indie. It's one of my passions, and I really believe in it. And I'm happy to see the explosion of creativity that's happened with all the different creators in our community, and people like Red Gaze, who've inspired me to get back on my science fiction as soon as I can get through writing nonfiction, which I never planned on doing in my life.
Dude, I don't know how you do it. I would find that so effing boring. I mean, maybe not necessarily with the events that you're tackling, but that's a lot of stuff to dig through, and I do not envy you at all in that regard.
Well, the first book, I mean, Volume 1 was very information heavy. It had to be a background of what was going on, you know, within the culture war and everything, you know, politically and socially. So that was a big chunk of information to get through. This one is more about our community and the things that we've built. The people in it, how the grassroots movement really galvanized people from all different backgrounds together. I'm passionate about it. I love the idea of it. I've loved what we've created, and so that's really what's gotten me through it, being able to do that. I want to say hello to Brightest Day. What is up, Zach? Good to see you, dude. Horny Alf is with us. Hail, brother. I'm going to be doing a stream with Horny Alf coming up soon. He's been insisting that I watch Reacher. And so for the first time, he's going to be on a live stream. He's going to do it with me. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Cool. All right. Well, I mean, I haven't gotten into watching it yet, but I will be as soon as I have time. You know, I'm working on a lot of things at the moment, but yeah, Alf's never done a live stream. And so he's looking forward to that. And maybe at some point he'll build a channel. So I'm hoping that, man. That's what we're about, supporting independent creators out here. What is up? Brutal Morning? What hell, brother? Good to see you. Brutal's been on a few live streams. He jumped from the chat onto panels recently in the last couple of months, and I think he needs to make a channel. He's funny, he's witty, quippy. Yeah, I think he could be a great addition to our community.
And the best name on YouTube.
And the best, absolutely the best. I mean, Horny Alf comes up quick. It's a good second place, though. I gotta say, runners with this Runner Blaze, Metal Runner Studios, Runner Blaze. Now he's a Blaze. Hail, brother. The fire reminds me of Red. Red Gaze, has he been slipping in your DMs? What's going on with you?
Hey, listen, man, there's been a lot of attempted imitation lately going around all over the place. Imitation, as we all know, is the highest form of flattery. So I'm all about it. Set yourself ablaze and run, runner, run.
CJ just here, channel member. CJ's hail to you, dude. He says I'm at work. I'll catch the replay, but greetings to you, man. Thank you for being so supportive since the fourth wave days, man. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Dega Outlaw is here. He's taking my wife to the airport. Would stay. Just wanted to have to settle safe for hail. Well, thank you, Adega. Another great person in our community. Good person to have on live streams.
All kinds of good folks in the chat.
Yeah, we have great folks, man. I love my community. Ruben, what is up, dude? Channel member. Hail, brother. Thank you for being here. Good to see you, Ruben. I was just talking with Rough Girl. She had some nice things to say about you. What are you sliding Rough Girl's way, man? Huh? What do you got going on?
Hey, I'm not worried about that. Don't you dig into their DMs. Let them do what they do.
I ain't digging in nobody's DMs. I've just been having friendly conversations. Daytona Falls is with us. What's up, Daytona? Good morning. Listen at work. Good to see you, man. Guys, check out Daytona Falls channel. When he does live streams, he does not hold back. He is off the wall. And you got to check him out. Good person in our community. Love seeing you, Daytona. Dude, we're going to stream sometime soon. I promise, brother. Nerium says, hi there, good people listening from work. Hail to you, my good friend, Nerium. Good to see you. I stole Red Gaze for a little while. I hope you don't mind. I like
she's at work, man. We got that time difference now, so it shifted up an hour. So yeah, close that gap a little bit.
Close that gap, Red Gaze. Close that gap, sir.
All right.
Oh, Will TMD is with us. He says, hey, Steven. Missed you, bud. Can't stay. I got college life. I want to say hi. Dude, good for you, man. Get them good grades. Dude, slay college. Phil's another good person in our community. Please check out him. Check out his channel. Gonna have Phil on a live stream. I think I'm gonna be on his channel at some point soon. He's been asking me forever, Phil. I'm sorry. It's just it's been a hell of a year. I'm busy working, but we will get up, dude. And thank you so much for being a positive force out there on Twitter, man, and all over the place. We really need that. I'm glad that we got that. Supreme Heretic was hail, brother. Hail, my good friend, Supreme Heretic. I hope you're holding up well, dude. My phone's always open to you, and please check out his channel. One of the people I've been the most proud of, and with everyone that I've worked with, has been Drew Taylor. He's an amazing commentator, journalist, a great mind. Please check him out. Please check out his channel. My love to you. My love to Mom, brother.
Yeah, hang in there, brother.
Pops was hail to all. Hail, Pops. Good to see you. Thank you for coming into the chat, man. Please, if you have not already, please subscribe or at least give me an upvote or a downvote. Either one helps. Honest to God. According to Christy, runs around, lurks people's chats, and then just downvotes them just to help the algorithm. I appreciate that, bitch. I mean, I appreciate her for that. Thank you, Christy. I love you. Let's see who else. I missed anybody. Let's see. No, that's it for now. Yeah, Red. You know what? I'm speaking of indie creators. So I got back, and I got my City of Venus.
Sweet.
Yes, signed by the man himself. I can't wait to read this. I haven't had a chance to. It's like I don't want to open them because it looks so beautiful. The packaging that you guys commit yourself to, especially in the United Underground team, it is beautiful. It's wonderful. Also got this one. Look at that, dude. I mean,
well, you got to do it, man. You got to make sure the stuff arrives in great condition, and you're not just going to get that at the highest tier. You're going to get that on every tier. We take care to make sure that everybody gets the best and they get it in good condition. And if you don't, you let us know. We will correct that.
I love that one. I gotta go full screen for a second. And then I also got this. I can't wait to read this. I got my.
Oh yeah, I recently received that too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this book out. Man, as soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted it. Just like Infantile Chronicles, I want that. Chris Fisk, hail to Chris Fisk out there in Infantile, love him. It's so many good creators in our indie sphere, man. And that's something that I want to continue on with. I've been trying to figure out what I want to do as I came back, what I want to focus on, and supporting indie is definitely one of the things I want to continue that journey on. I want to do it with people that I know are serious about it. Serious about respecting customers, giving good packaging,
getting the product out is what matters, and I can't stress that enough. That's something that drives me insane about some of this. Is we got to get the product out. It's got to go out to people. People got to be able to read these stories, or what's the point? What is the point?
Absolutely.
Sorry, did you hear that? Did you hear that saw in the background? I think my neighbor's cutting up bodies again.
I'm not going to question what your neighbors do, man.
I don't either. I don't want to end up on that sled.
Hey, Keely Child's with us. He goes, hey, everybody. Good morning. Hail, brother. Good to see you, Keely. Love you. What's going on? Just doing a live stream, talking about a few things, catching up with Red Gaze. Lasso of Truth is here. Hail, sweetheart. Thank you so much for being here. Love you. Thank you, honey. You always straight from the hip. Guys, check out Lasso's Twitter for guys. Put your Twitter handle in the chat, honey, because she takes no prisoners. Does not kneel. Wookie's with us. What's up, Wookie? Hail, Author Steve Walton. Hail, Wookie Supremacy. Good to see you, Wook, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for all the support you've shown me in DMs and in private. And really, man, appreciate you very much. Mr. Tickle Truck is with the channel member. Thank you for being here. Well. Look at the cat dragged in. Yes. The cat dragged it in straight from the pussy. I am here. And it's good to see you, Mr. Tickle Truck. Thank you for stopping by. Alec is with us. Hail, brother. Hail. Thank you for coming through. I love that. Dude, I love that. Oh, man, that swamp thing, that is gorgeous.
It is.
That is gorgeous avatar. Drunk 3PO's here. What's up, Drunk 3PO? I got to look for the super sticker now. I'm sorry. I got to look for it. Give me a second. Dude, thank you for stopping by.
Have it pulled up. I'm sorry.
You don't have it pulled up? All right, give me a second because now I got to turn down the volume. Okay. There we go. Go away so I can look. And that is coffee. What is up, dude? Thank you so much. Yep, drinking some coffee. Back in Florida. Beautiful state. Jay was actually my original inspiration for coming here. And appreciate seeing you, dude. All the work that you guys been doing. Hail to Park Hopping Geeks and Gamers team. Love you guys. Love seeing you. Can't wait to meet up with you. Tracy is with us. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tracy. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see. Steven rediscovered normal streaming time. Yes.
A streaming time.
A streaming time. Going to be doing some videos. Going to do a review on the comics that I just got. Like I said, just trying to read. I'm just trying to figure out what exactly I'm passionate about at this point. I'm going to be working through volume 2 and getting that out of the way so I can start working on my science fiction, which is what I really always wanted to do.
Yeah, well, that's what you're passionate about. I've heard you talk about it, man. Like, I've never heard you more passionate than when you talk about that. That's I would love to see you get into that and start hammering away.
Well, I've got, like I said, I've got 2 novels out. I took them off the market, but I had those 2 novels out. I'm going to rework them, I want to. I have seen the kind of work that you've done, and others in our community. You know, other writers like Kai. Kai's freaking excellent book, Space Crime Domino. And I just want to. I want to elevate. I want to elevate my standard. I want to elevate my ability. You know, and so that's what I'm just doing. That's what I want to work on. And it's a book. It's a story that I've been writing since I was a teenager. So it's a part of my life. That story is a part of my life and a part of who I am.
Yeah.
Go ahead, buddy.
I was just gonna say, and it's important to go back and kind of revisit that stuff, because I know, like, I've written a lot of stuff when I was a teenager too that I've kind of tapped in again. It is really important to just kind of go over that with a fine-tooth comb, revamp it, bringing up to like your modern standards, you know, and your modern mentality, because our minds change a lot over the course of 20 years or so.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, like I said, originally, real quick, let me hit SupremeHeretic up real quick. He said, last update I heard, Mom was still in critical, still under heavy sedation, but she's still got the ventilator in and getting fentanyl for pain, and they're artificially controlling her blood pressure. My brother, Drew was one of the best sons I've ever known. He took care of his father until he passed, and then he's taking care of his mama this entire time. I mean, honestly, when it comes to my ideal of taking care of family, things that really, unfortunately, were never instilled in me. I love my family, but we just we were not your traditional, I guess, red-blooded American family. That's what I think about. Drew, I love you, man. We are all here for you. You are someone who helped to build this community up. You're someone who helped to continue on the culture of supporting each other, helping each other, looking out for one another, seeking the truth, and defending ourselves and our values, man. And the last time I talked to you, you said that Mom was proud of you. She should be, and she will continue to be, even if at some point soon she returns home to God. She's her and Dad are going to be looking on you with pride, and I can't wait to see what you will accomplish in the years to come, my friend. God bless you. Hail, brother.
Yeah, man. I can tell you, I've been in that position. It is not easy. It's super stressful, both mentally and physically. So just hang in there, brother. You know, do what you do. You got support. Anytime you need to reach out to anybody, you know you can.
Absolutely, my friend. Love you, Drew. Mr. Tickle Trunk sent me turds. Thank you, Mr. Tickle Trunk. I appreciate that. I'll take that turd. And love you, my brother.
Pickle turd.
It's a turd. What do I do? I can't escape it, Red. Like, I went away for months. Parrothead's still out there throwing me turd emojis. And
hey, I haven't seen any trees in the chat yet.
Well, yeah, thanks for Matt. We just mentioned at the same time, so here they come. Thank you, Nina Infinity, for starting all that shit. It's the Mortal Coil. Heading to work like a dirtbag. I gotta have my coffee and bullshit. Yo, Mortal, love you, brother. Thank you for all the messages, the support, and thank you for reaching out to me. Much appreciated. Hail, man. Good to see you. They're saying out there saying hail to hey to the chat. Great person in our community. Good person, man. Good friend. Keely Chow says, if you drink coffee, make sure it's from Geek Grind. Geek Grind is the official coffee of Nerdrotic and FNC. Is it really? Good for them. I should have jumped on that when John Talks told me. So many things I let go and just didn't do.
Yeah, man. He's been doing that for a while now.
Yeah, I think good for him, man. I love Gary. Gary's one of the best people. I'm glad to see all the success that he's had. You know, I've again, man, you know, it's watching him since before he was monetized. He's a good dude. He's always been the same. Like fame, I don't think that what a measure of fame that you would call it ever really got to his head. And when he can, because he squirrels, Gary squirrels. You know what I mean? He just does, you know, he's got a lot of things going on, but he's never changed. from the first time we talked to the last time we talked. He's always just he's a good dude. He's a very good dude. I love
And
that.
it's important. Like he truly does seem like one of the realest out there, and that's very important. Always remember to hang on to who you are. Don't be showboating just because for clicks and likes and all that horse shit. Just be yourself. Be yourself. That's, I don't know. I mean, I'm nobody to give advice, but that's what I try to do.
You are somebody to give advice. You've been saying that to me for a long time, and that's kind of where I'm returning to. I'm just gonna be more comfortable when I'm streaming and just be me. I used to, for a while there, I got anxious, maybe, and just got me a little overblown when I was streaming. Just I don't know, just maybe trying to compensate for some kind of fear. I don't know, but really, it's all about being real and being yourself and who you are. You gotta have a little bit. You gotta have a little bit of an ego. You gotta have a little bit of an ego doing this.
a touch, but you can't let that go to your head.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. SupremeHeretic says, heading up to check on in a few minutes. Dude, text me and let me know what's going on. Let me know as soon as you get to the hospital, brother. All right? Or when you have a chance, let me know. Or let any of us know what's going on, man. Love you, brother. Larry's here. What is up, Larry? Larry, I've seen you forever. For years, my chat, brother. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping through. There's Rough Girl. Rough Girl, I'm sorry. I was giving Ruben a little bit of shit.
Hey, Rough Girl's been all up in the chat, man. Where are your eyes been?
I squirrel. My bad. Love seeing you, sweetheart. Can't wait to stream with you. Rough Girl's going to be a guest on my show this Saturday before Sporking podcast. I'm going to be resuming my Saturday shows, and can't wait to see her and have her on as a guest. Conquest Comics is here. Hey, lads, watch for bed as I go to sleep, dude. Hail to you. Please check out Conquest Comics. Liam is a great creator in our community. Stands up, does not kneel. Love my brother. Liam, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming through. Oh, man, I got a lot of names I haven't seen in a hot minute. Love you guys. Rogue Disney's here. Says, I'm going to beat the Magic Kingdom to see how many actually walk out later. Are you in Florida, Rogue Disney? Are you in Florida? I'm in Florida, too. I'm actually 30 minutes from Disney World. So hit me up, dude. I know that there's supposed to be a meetup or a get-together somewhere. Rough Girls will talk to me about it. Coming up. I have been so out of the loop. I don't even know when that is, but I plan on attending myself and getting to meet some of you guys because I think that's important. And honestly, like I haven't met a lot of people that I've known on YouTube, Red, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'll get there eventually. I'm not sure. There's a lot of crazy, so I try to be careful.
Well, I am crazy, so I'm not worried about the crazy.
Yeah, but you're not the dangerous kind of crazy. See, there's all different variations of crazy. As long as you don't tread into that dangerous area, we're good. But once you get there, go fuck off somewhere. And
hell of that, dude. Absolutely, man. It's good to see all you guys. Thank you so much for coming through. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Miriam. You can't stop yourself. We've been collecting dwarf videos for you, Steven, this whole time. Going to make it into an even movie for you.
And by we, she means she.
Of course. Guys, you know what? A friend of mine moved down here with me. One of my best friends since I was a kid, Tommy. He's an artist. I want to try and I'm hoping that he gets back into his craft. And I've told him, I said, we've got a great community of artists out here that can help to guide and help him, to live his dream. And I haven't told him about any of the Hobbit jokes or any of that shit. And we were, for the last several weeks, we were going up and downstairs to go to my hotel room, and he said, "Come on with them Hobbit legs." And every time he did it, I'm like, I do not want him to meet any of these assholes. I don't want him to meet any of you.
Listen, it's one of those points of life that you just got to learn to live with. You got a little bit of Hobbit in you. It's okay.
That's
nothing to be ashamed of.
I'm not that short, Red.
How hairy are your feet?
They're not. I'm
just curious. Just curious
like
how much of the H
toes.
gene you got.
that's awful. Mr. Tickle Truck says, as a Gary hipster, I'm really proud of Gary's success. I started watching him. We was doing Farscape. Yeah, brother. Yeah, way back when. Now FNT gets 12,000 views every Friday, and it's scary. It's crazy. It is crazy. I'm happy for him, though. Like, out of all the, we've seen a lot of good people kind of grow out of the grassroots backlash that started back at, around the end of 17, beginning of 18. We've seen a lot of channels grow, a lot of personalities just come into their own. And I mean, a lot of them are good people. But Gary, like, I'm really happy to see of Gary's success. I really have. And to be honest with you, I'm happy to also see Doomcock's success, man. Doomcock's always been good to me. You know, we all may give him a little shit here and there, but you know what? You're gonna have everybody's got to take shit. But I, you know, I love that guy, and I'm happy for all the support that he's given me. And every single person that I've talked to, honestly, or I've worked with that I may not talk to anymore, like, I'm really happy that I've been able to enjoy some success with them or have some interaction with them, no matter where things have ended up. And honestly, I am. You know, it's good to see that as long as we are all kind of standing up for our ability to speak our minds and fighting against this propaganda war, this culture war of nonsense that's going on out there, like, we don't all have to get along. If we're all standing up for our ability to speak out against it, we're all on the same team. And that's how I look at it, man.
Yep. All I would add to that is if we don't get along, just go about your business. Leave people alone. Yeah,
man. Yeah, exactly. I think that's
not difficult. Not difficult at all.
It's not. And, you know, I'll shut my mouth now and again. John Platt says, hail and salutations, author Stephen Walton, Red Gaze and the mods, and first time checking out your channel. Thank you, John. Thank you for being here, dude. Appreciate you. If you wouldn't be so kind as to subscribe, I would appreciate it. Even upvote, downvote, whatever you feel you need to do. Really appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by, my brother. Hail to you, and I hope everything is going well. Rough Girl says, I don't know if the public is ready for us. Look, girl, it's ready for me. And I made it to 2,000 subs. So
you're making moves over there already, Steven.
I am not. Rough Girl and I have a rapport. We understand one another, you know, a little bit. And she's been talking to me and keeping my head up. She's been keeping my head above water. She's got a real positive attitude, good person in our community, and wants to fight some of the similar things that I do in as far as trafficking and conditioning of children and things like that, things that are great.
Yeah.
And anyone who's on that level, that is an ally. I don't care who or where you come from or how you think or how you vote. But if you're standing against that, you're my ally, because children need to be protected, especially in today's world. Mr. Tickle, a lot of names I haven't seen in a hot minute. You don't say. Maybe somebody should start treating once in a while. Look, I honestly have been working the last couple of months. I was working like 6 days a week, almost 7 days a week. And I was working through some things, but the work is really what kept me from streaming. But now I'm back home, going to be working on the book, going to be streaming regularly, and if I'm not streaming over Red Gaze, so I promise you'll see me around more. I may not be able to jump on so many streams with other people, but I'm going to be more consistent with my content gradually until the book release. So I appreciate you, man. Thank you for giving me shit. Yeah, I know. You don't watch my channel. I am hurt. I cover theme parks. I'm awful. I'm sorry.
He's not kidding, by the way, either. He is hurt. You hurt this. You hurt this.
I've hurt so many people.
Shame.
I'm so sorry. Sorry. I love you, man. Ruben says, being a good streamer and a good lover require the same things: confidence in what you do. Listen to your audience, make them laugh, and want more. Hell yeah. Yes, brother. Yeah, I'm going to be putting together a new show with some misfits. I'm looking. So people might be generally classified as misfits. And we're going to be doing that. Entertainment news and having fun while we do it and laughing while we do it. How do I put this, Ruben? A few weeks ago, the reset button was hit on the author. I ground myself down to a position where there was no other way to go. I don't know if I dug myself down deep enough that I just hit a reset button, but I feel more like me again than I ever have in a long time. And Red Gaze's neighbors are bearing a body, so
I just tried to hit that mute quick, but not quick enough.
Didn't happen. They're going through the wood chipper right now. They should have just paid.
I just looked the other way.
But I feel good, Ruben. I feel better than I have in a real long time. I'm really good. And I want to continue that and get this book out, man, because I love this. Like, people don't like the word community. I use community. Indie sphere. I say indie sphere, fellowship, whatever you want.
You use whatever word you want to use.
Yeah, you know, it's just, yeah. but I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of all the lunch tables and all the channels and all the circles and people that have come together and people that are supporting one another. I've been able to be a part of something good in my life, and I'm happy about that. So I can't wait to finish this book and get it out there. Wait till y'all read Abu Nas's chapter. Oh my God. Interview with him was fire. Can't wait.
Is there a page full of rap?
No. I asked him some of the most uncomfortable questions I think I ever have asked anyone, just to get like the real of how he was thinking and his points of view. And that man, to his credit, answered as honestly as I've ever heard him. And that's an honest man.
Hey man, yeah. Say what you want about Abu. That man is honest.
Yes, he's honest about how he feels. And honestly, I mean, even if when I've had a difference of opinion with him, his ability to explain makes you think. It makes you think about it. So I can't wait to do that. And other guys in the Dark Council that I'm going to be talking to. I love the Dark Council, always have. I created a show back in the day. It was me, Scott, Lorena, and Jane as like a pre-show to the Dark Council. I loved when Jay put that some black guys in a trunk together because those are some of the greatest minds and hearts that we have in our fellowship, our community. I would say community, in our community. And I even put an ad for those guys at the back of Menace Volume 1 because like that's a great group. And to be honest, Lorena becoming a part of the team, becoming the producer over there is perfect. I think that was perfect, man. She's a great fit over there. I'm happy to see that entire group working together. I'm proud of all of them.
Yeah, definitely good guys. I've been talking to Jay a good bit lately. Fatal Jay. Yeah. Sorry. I guess I need to specify.
Yeah, you got to specify.
Yeah, I mean, he's all about keeping on the creative track as well. And yeah, hopefully we'll be streaming together here in a bit. I would love to. I love hanging out with Fatal Jay.
Fatal Jay's awesome. We talked on Facebook Messenger a little bit back a couple weeks ago. About a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And I was telling him about how, when I come back, one of the things, like when I come back in full force, one of the things I want to do is at least do one indie show or be more active in the indie promotion. And he was down for it, man. He was like right there, like, yep, I'm down to help you with that. So I'm looking forward to working more with Fatal, and as well as you and Miriam and Vinny and Chris and Dark Side and just the Scotsman. I got a chance to stream with Scotsman. I haven't seen him in forever the other day when I was on Vinny's channel.
Yeah, Scotsman's a cool dude.
Yeah, it's good. Also, got up and comers that I've really heard of, like Apex Comics out there. We'll be work with him. He's offered to do a couple illustrations for V2, so going to be talking with him about that. There's just so many good people in our community, man. Rough Girl TV for $5 channel member. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Says the world ready for what we're going to do this weekend. I don't know. What do we do? What are you planning? Are we going to set up cameras? What's going on? What are we doing, Rough Girl? I say text me.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Keely Chow says we do not kneel. Hail the Fandom. I love these, by the way, Keely. I love them. Hail the Fandom Menace. Hail Geeks and Gamers. Hail Comics Gate. Hail War Campaign. Hail Rogue Entertainment. Hail the United Underground. Hail the Fellowship. Hail, brother. Support who you support. Love who you love. And never back down from how you feel and what you do, my friend. Good to see you. And hail everybody, bro. Let's see. Miriam says, what would Miriam say? You've got a little bit of Hobbit in you, Steven. No, I don't. No, I don't.
She added that to a lot.
I love you, Miriam. And this is never going to end with you, is it? This is never going to end.
Of course.
All right, just because you're 8 foot tall doesn't mean that you can get on guys who might just be a little on the shorter end. All right?
It does.
No, it don't. You stop. You stop, Red. You stop.
Like I said earlier, just be yourself.
5
And
foot
if
6.
yourself is cutting on Steven for being a hobbit, then that's what you do.
5'6" and 3/4. That 3/4 means something. All right, that 3/4 of an
I
inch.
still suspect you're inventing that 3/4.
It is not. I'm not inventing. I'm not inventing. All right, but just because both of my sons are now taller than me. Oh man, I came home, hugged my kid, and he's like taller than me. I'm like, oh my god. Like I'm happy. I'm happy my kids are getting taller than my little ass. But it's a lot, bro. It's a lot. John Platt says, Rough Girl, hello, and thanks for the warm and friendly greetings. Rough Girl will give you a warm and friendly greeting every time. Love that girl. Oh, here she is. She goes, what size furry do I need for y'all? Hold on. We get into furry. Hold on. We don't kink shame here, but furries.
Furries are a different level.
That's a whole different level. You need to go to Mackany 90 for that. Mackany draws. He's the furry. He loves the furries. He's got weird fetishes. That's where you go for that.
Is he more of a furry or a brony though?
I think he's both, man. I think he's a brownie and a furry. You know, he's got that weird. He's got that whatever the fuck, I don't know.
Brony, man.
Brony. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's got that weird. He's got that weird camel toe fetish. You know, I mean, it's just, you like what you like.
Yeah, people like his camel toes.
Yeah, they do. We haven't talked about a single subject. We've been
well, we've actually talked about a lot of subjects, just intermittently.
Nothing I planned on. I just threw it together, guys. So we will go through them. I promise. Horny Alf has started watching you, Gary, Geeks and Gamers, do as Red Gaze around the time of the Gina Carrado firing. It was a big eye opener. I found a good fellowship of YouTubers. Man, thank you for placing me among such wonderful people.
Agreed.
Both of us. Thank you very much. Gary's great. Geeks and Gamers, man. People like Jared, people like Griggs was my inspiration to do what I'm doing because he didn't give a fuck. You saw, if you go back, and I swear, Horny Alf, listen, go back pre Last Jedi and watch some of them Geeks and Gamers videos and check out Jeremy. He is so stuffy. He is so stuffy, and he's trying to be so like on the line. You got to see it. It's like he's holding back. It's funny. I'm glad he never took him down because this is funny to watch. And then watch, like, and I'm serious, just like skip through because I had to do that for the research I was doing for the book, and then look at him in like the end of 2018, January, February 2018, and then just skip ahead a year and see the difference in his character. He grew and evolved and embraced who he was, and it's a hell of a transformation to watch. Gary, on the other hand, just became more of a dick, but not in a bad way. He went from somebody who was staying on the line reviewing shows to just somebody who didn't care what he said. He was just like, he just let it out. He let out his true inner feelings. That's an incredible evolution. It's been funny since the rip. Love watching Az. A good dude. I've only been able to stream with him I think twice. He was funny both times. Gave me shit one time, which is great because if we don't give each other shit around here, that means we don't love you. And Red I've known since the beginning. I'm very happy to still be working with Red Gaze. Very happy. That was man love, Red. It's okay. You can accept that.
Listen, I'll always be here. You can't get rid of me.
I can't. And
Gaze is eternal.
And I have done things that Red Gaze has given me so much shit for, and he's still here. So trust me.
Well, see, like I said, that's that variation of crazy, right? Like you can't help yourself. You're just kind of a dumbass sometimes. So I can't fault you for that. I'm just going to tell you, look, you're being a dumbass. And no matter how many times I have to tell you you're being a dumbass about the same fucking thing, I'll still be here.
He ain't lying, y'all. He ain't lying. Trust me. Like anybody out there that's like, what's he talking about? If you have a question about that's what he's talking about. He's always been real with me, man. Gaze is one of the best friends I've ever had. Hold on. Master TDS, what's up? Hail to you, dude. Thank you for stopping through. Good new friend of mine. Great person. Thank you so much for all the guidance that you give me, dude. I love talking to you. What is up? Who knew? Florida's treating me real well. I'm enjoying it. I'm glad to be back. I've been here less than a week. I spent a few days of just rest, and I'm feeling really good, man. I'm feeling really good about everything. Let's see. Abu Nas is today's rappers. Yeah, Abu Nas is the bomb. I like old school, like 80s rap. I like the 80s rappers. I like some of the 90s rap too, like some of the gangster rap. It's like the heavy metal of hip hop. I love that stuff too. And there's been good rappers since. My son's turned me on to a few that I've really enjoyed. Juice WRLD, for instance. He's passed away a couple years ago, but man, his style was so good. It wasn't like the mumble rap. It was very heartfelt, hard on his sleeve. Good music, just good music, guys. Check out Juice WRLD if you haven't, if you're interested in hip hop. Yes, President Abu Nas is probably one of the best dudes we have in the community. Honest to God, the whole Dark Council, every damn one of them. I love every one of them. John says, sub to your channel, Steven. To be honest, I haven't been a regular visitor to your channel as I tend to watch Neurotic Geeks and Gamers channels. I tend to show up more often. Dude, good channels, man. Keep supporting them. Share out links. It doesn't matter. I say this because I mean it. It doesn't matter how big a channel is. always share out links, because we don't have an industry to support us. We only have each other, and we rise together. And that's the truth of it. The bigger that good people in our community, like Geeks and Gamers, Nerdrotic, wherever you follow, whether it's, Doomcock, Midnight's Edge, hail out to Midnight's Edge. I love Tom and Andre. Going to be interviewing Tom later for a section of TFMV2. Looking forward to that. A lot of great channels, man. Just a lot of good people. It doesn't matter how big that channel is. Please support them. Send out links. You don't have to do it for everybody. Just do it for like your favorite 2, maybe 3, because it really does make a difference. Thank you, John. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here. Apex. There's Apex Comics. Hail Walton. Hail Apex, guys. Please check out Apex Comics. It's another great indie creator in our community. Looking forward to seeing what he can do. Might be going to be talking with him about helping me out with a couple things for TFMV2. Looking forward to him to doing that, man. Yeah. Just join in the whole damn parade, Apex. Thanks. Appreciate that. it's what we do around here, apparently. All right, let's see. You want to talk about something? Yes, absolutely. Hail Midnight's Edge. Love those guys. You want to talk about some stuff?
Of course.
Well, let's talk about the Midnight Edge thing. Let's maybe make sure let me make sure the tab. I still didn't get a new computer. Yeah, I've been talking about getting a new computer the whole time. I never got one.
I mean,
can you guess why I didn't get one?
I have several guesses, but I'm going to keep
guess
it to myself.
Yeah, and they're probably all right. Yes, all that money went somewhere it shouldn't. All right, let's see.
I don't really see anything wrong with your current one.
I mean, it's doing okay at the moment, but I actually have another computer here, but I don't know if it's going to be. I'm going to set it up and see if I can get it to run better. So we're going to check out Bounding into Comics, because that's where that's my go-to whenever I'm looking for stuff to talk about. And this is Midnight's Edge founder Andre Earnhardt asserts the Batman goes off the rails by embracing an ideopolitical message. Have you seen the Batman?
I haven't. No,
I'm gonna go off camera.
No, I've been thinking about it, but I think I might just wait until I can grab it at home. I don't know. Yeah, I hear a lot of people liked it, but I don't know.
My son says he liked it. My son really liked it. He went with his new girlfriend to go see it, and I am gonna go check it out. So I haven't had a chance to really. I'm so lost on entertainments and things, brother, but that I haven't had a chance to really look at anything other than what you guys are screaming about on Twitter, which is apparently, oh God, what was it? Lord of the Rings. Y'all were going off about Lord of the Rings there for a hot minute.
Well, it's ridiculous. That's why. The more ridiculous, the longer the rage lasts. I think it's how that works.
So let's see. Oh man, what was it? I saw Gary tweet something out about oh God, who's that chick? Who was that manly looking chick that was it GTV? Is that what it is?
Are you talking about Frosk?
Frosk, yeah. What was what's her name? Apparently they went back. They had a Twitch thought on there doing bikini shows or something recently.
Yeah, I just heard about that. I didn't really delve into that too deeply, but yeah.
They did a 180 on that real quick, didn't they?
I'm not here to be nice on the eyes. Yeah, that's right. Get the fuck out, bitch. We got a better one.
Yeah, you're a troll in every sense.
I mean, your mom probably told you that. It's common knowledge. You're not very nice on the eyes.
Oh,
sorry,
man.
that's not nice.
Look, those are the kinds of daddy issues that I don't want to be involved with. And do me a favor, Red. Will you do me? Hold on, this is very serious. I put the camera up. Red, do me a favor. When I say that I'm chasing daddy issues, will you please remind me?
It won't do any good, but I will.
No. It might. I'm going to start listening to my friends now. So I told Rough Girl on the phone. I said I'm going to start listening to my friends now. Okay, thank you. All right, going back. So here we are. The Midnight's Edge founder asserted that Matt Reeves and Warner Brothers Batman film completely fell apart and botched its ending by embracing an ideopolitical message. Guys in the chat, let me know what you think about this article, and we will go over your thoughts. Earnhardt shared his opinion about the Batman video titled "Why the Batman Fell Apart." God, stop jumping. And the video.
Just call him Andre.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't know if I'm saying it wrong. You're right. Did you hear that in my voice? Like I was like, am I saying this right? I've known Andre for 3 years, and I don't even pronounce his last name. Thank you, because it was quivering. It was jumping. It was a little jump. First begins by praising the Batman, saying up until a certain point, relatively far into the movie, this, in many ways, the best Batman movie ever, or at the very least, is right up there with them. God, stop jumping on me, damn. The tone, cinematography, and the score are all fantastic, and they work in perfect unison with each other. I'm looking forward to that. I think that Batmobile looks badass. I actually like it. You know what my son said? My son said that this movie goes back to like the more detective end of Batman, like the Detective Comics type Batman, which I think is a great angle to come from.
That's what Matt Reeves has been saying for a while, and that's one reason why I was looking forward to it. I hope that's the case, and I hear that's the case. But we'll see. I'm not sure. I'm just not. It's one of those movies. I'm just not too motivated. Like how much more Batman do we need?
I love Batman, and yes, dude, I watched the Nolan trilogy on the ride down from PA. I love, dude. I love Batman.
It might just be me. Like I've been so far removed from mainstream entertainment anymore that I'm skeptical about everything. Like everything I see come out, even though it's something I really want to see, I'm like, well, do I really want to give my money to that, or can I use this money to pay an artist to make something better?
Right, bless it. Yeah, I hear you. I understand that. I totally understand that. There's just some characters that I don't want to give up on. You know, that I love if they're done correctly, and Batman's one of them.
I hear that.
You know, so he says what this movie gets the most right through is the Batman is a real character. Bruce Wayne is just an empty shell of a man. That Batman, so much is charging. Out of necessity, sometimes has to revert back into. For most of the screen time, he is Batman being a detective and selective about which of Gotham's countless every crimes to address, and that I feel is the key to what worked out in this movie. This movie really clicking. Yeah, I'm going to see this. I mean, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it some money.
Hey man, I gotta say, I was honestly, you can go back and look too, because there's evidence on my channel. I was one of those people that said, just give the guy a chance. You know, I've heard he's been doing some outside the box acting after Twilight. Like everybody still sees him as the twinkly vampire, and I don't know. Like I still haven't seen it, so I can't say. But others say he did a fine job.
I was in lockup. When you're in lockup, you know, you read. And I read Water for Elephants, and then I watched the movie for adaptation in which he starred in it. And I thought it was really good. I mean, as an actor, the guy's legit as an actor, I think. He really does put a lot to the craft. So I have more confidence in him. Thank God, since watching Twilight, which I had to do because my baby mama, she really loved the Twilight series. And then it got to the point where by the time we broke up, it was the end, and I already watched all of them. So I was like, all right, screw it. I'm just going to watch the end because I already watched the whole damn thing, you know? And to be honest with you, Dead Eyes, I like Dead Eyes. You know, she's just...
talking about Kristen Stewart?
Yeah, Kristen Stewart. Yeah. I love her mouth breathing. I love her dead eyes. I love her deadpan acting. I love her, you know, pale skin. I just...
She's one of those people that's both like off-putting and entrancing at the same time.
Yeah, you know, like that's as far as I'm going to go. That's as far as I'm going to get right now.
Yeah, we don't need to know about what happened after.
Yeah. Despite the praises for most of the film, Andre notes that I did what you said. Knows that the film fell apart when Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman makes a comment about white privilege. Oh no, come on, Zoe, no. Andre explains there was a point in the movie where it nukes the fridge, if you will, and never recovers from it, heralded by one of the line uttered by Catwoman in which she makes a disparaging remark about privileged white men. They had to add that in there. Did they have
They just couldn't help themselves.
You know what I mean? Like, Zoe's a great actress. I love Zoe Kravitz. You know, they don't need to... God damn. Why'd they have to take that road? I'm still going to watch it. But, like, if I get to that point, I'm like, I'm going to be upset. Red. It is a line that many have reported took them out of the movie as it brought real-world contemporary American politics into it, which it absolutely did, only in more subtle and insidious ways than what it immediately observes, or the immediate. God, I can't read. Than what is immediately obvious. After a brief discussion, go ahead, brother. You say something?
I was going to say, and that's kind of the point. I mean, it might just be one line, but I mean, I can see how that would take you out of the movie because of what he just stated there. Like, nobody wants this, modern day politics in, in any of this stuff. And even a one-liner can just totally, like slap you out of the movie and put you back on, what did Biden do today or what did Trump do today? Like, it gets you thinking about that. And nobody wants to think about that. We want to think about Batman and Catwoman, and what's going on in Gotham. Don't give a shit about your white privilege. Shut up.
I like having Zoe in there, right? Because it goes back to like that Eartha Kitt Catwoman, which another Catwoman that I loved, and I'm totally cool with that. I like seeing that, but I don't want to be brought into contemporary politics in a superhero movie film. You know what I mean? Unless the hero itself or the story itself has to do with it. If it's a part of the of the story, if it's a part of the world that you're in, then yeah, it makes sense to inject certain political or social beliefs, perspectives in, like it does. But we're talking about Batman, dude. Like, bad guys are bad guys and good guys are good guys, and
yeah, like Gotham's not corrupt enough, but you got to have your white privilege there too.
Absolutely, you absolutely do.
Brightest Day says in the beginning they played the knockout game, which didn't match up with who actually does that in reality. Not a surprise. Like, they take this stuff and twist it to fit their narrative. Like if you're gonna do it right, or don't do it at all.
Let's see. Pop says the politics and ideology did not derail the film, even though Act 3 nearly ruined it, in my opinion. Okay, all right, Pops. I mean, like, I'm gonna check it out, and I will let you know next time when I review the film. I hope you're in the chat or make a comment. Let me know what you thought about my comments. Let's see. Midnight's Edge is the ish. Absolutely. Let's see. Apex is actually like the Batman. Well, that's good. That's good. Horny House says the new Lord of the Rings looks like trash. I can't. Apparently, everyone thinks that. So I'm going to check it out myself and probably come to the same conclusion, but I can't give an opinion right now because I just haven't looked at it. I haven't really looked at it. Keely Chow says, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Sci-Fi Me TV. I'll be covering good science fiction, fantasy, and horror since 2009. Good shit, man. Please subscribe to that channel and support all of the independent creators in the community if you would. But make sure to check out a couple of their videos. Make sure that their content is, right for you. And, if it's not, it's not. And if it is, then, thank you for supporting. I see Steven has taken time out of humping trees to stream. Thank you, Parrot Head. Thank you for being the first asshole, jerk, whatever, in the chat. Thank you. Thank you, Parrot Head.
He also says you have tree humper privilege.
Oh, my dear God, no more. Let's see, Apex. Yeah. You know what? I would. I would. Let's see. You will never know who will show up in the chat and live stream on the Sci-Fi Me TV. Awesome. That's good to know, man. I'm gonna have to. I believe I am subscribed to Sci-Fi TV. Walton, check your DMs for a meme. All right, I will definitely do that as soon as this article is over. G4 should have known that sex sells. Well, it does, doesn't it? Everybody's going back to G4. Frost still reminds me of one of those black-eyed kids you're not supposed to let into your house. Wow. like Children of the Corn? Is that what we're talking about here, buddy?
No, I know what he's talking about. I know he's talking about like Children of the Damned, it's one of those that I don't know if it's like if you call it a cryptid thing or just like an urban legend, but yeah, the black-eyed kids that don't ever let them in your house.
Well, if I see a child with black eyes, I see anybody with black eyes, I'm going to run like crazy, or I might fall in love. Wookiee Supremacy says herpes-ridden Twitch hoes aren't any better than Frost and her rotten tooth. She had a rotten tooth too. Damn, look does not hold back. Oh my God. Let's see. They're better to look at. They are better to look at. I'm right with you, Parrot Head. We've got to rub one out to something. Daytona says, I'll check it out after it goes HBO Max. Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm definitely going to go see it. I just want to go see the film. I want to see it in the theater because I like Batman. I love the Batman character. Always have. Right, who doesn't like the Batman, bro? Right, exactly. Keely says, hail to Andre and Tom, Midnight's Edge. I've seen Tom a couple of times in the chat of some streams on Sci-Fi Me TV. Keely's out there promoting Sci-Fi Me for Me TVs. Guys, please check out that channel. Keely Chow, great supporter, great person in the chat, supporter of so many different channels. If he's giving it the stamp, go check them out.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, I just want to point out, I like Batman. I like Batman a lot. He's one of my favorite superheroes. What I'm a little tired of, and maybe it's just me, I don't know. I'm a little tired of the full bore, like, heavy armored Batman. Like I'm hearing reports from people that he's taking like shotgun blasts point blank, shrugging it off. Like enough of that shit already. It was enough when they were shooting Ben Affleck in the head point blank. You know, just, come on. Batman's part of his character is he's a fucking ninja, man. He's agile. He's not just gonna stand there and get shot in the fucking head.
Right. Yeah, dig it. I agree. I totally agree. I did like Batfleck. I know what you're saying about that. One of the things I did like about the Nolan, even though I thought the Nolan trilogy was way too realistic for my taste, I enjoy it for what it is. But you know, like after Batman's first encounter in Batman Begins, you see him all bruised up, and Alfred's like, "Yo, if those are the first of many bruises you're going to see." You know, like they did take him. You saw him stitching himself up when he took damage, and that's I think that's an important part because Batman not being super powered is a big part of the allure of that character to me.
Right, and even in the Dark Knight, like they revised his helmet, like you know his armor around the neck joints, so he could actually move his head. You know, they said they'd make him more vulnerable, but he would have, you know, a better vision and whatnot, and that makes sense to me too. Like I don't mind a little armor, but come on, can we be realistic? Nobody's taking a shotgun blast point blank and getting back up and kicking the guy's ass. Nobody.
Right. You're getting hurt. You're absolutely getting hurt. A little bit of fantasy is good, you know, a little bit of that unbelievable element. Yeah, you know, considering the context of what we were watching, but he's human. He's not super powered. It's not Wonder Woman. He's not Superman. You know what I mean? He's not even Aquaman. You know, he's taking some damage, and that is a part of the allure of that character to me. You know, so you know, when you take that element away, it takes a little bit of the fun or why I love the character, his mortality.
Yeah. And honestly, that's been, and again, this is my opinion, it's been kind of an ongoing problem with DC in general, I think, over the last decade or so, is they've tried to take almost every character that surrounds Superman and turn them into Superman. Like Aquaman became this super strong, you know, dude that can shrug off bullets. Wonder Woman, the same. Like she's always been strong, but she's gotten stronger. You know, she flies in different iterations. And I just don't want to see that bleed over into Batman too. Like, can we have one vulnerable hero for Christ's sake?
Yeah, dig that. Yeah, you're right. Mr. Tickletrunk says the Joker was a 9/10 and the Batman is a 5/10. I trust his opinion, so I'll let you know. I'm gonna do a stream after I watch it, and you guys hopefully all come back. And if you're not able to come back for that stream, you know, if you're busy or whatnot, or I stream at a weird time, sorry, Mr. Tickletrunk, then you know, leave a comment for me. Let me know what you think. Pop says part of this film is great, but the film turns abruptly, picks up some woke elements with a rushed, overproduced ending. Can't spoil the wise. All right, Pops. Thank you, brother. Yes, dead eyes. I don't know. There's something about those dead eyes. You know, Apex. I don't know. Yeah. There's something about them. I don't know. I need to stay away from women like that, but I just. There's just something about that. Brightest Day says the consistent hard screeching and shining bright lights directly into the camera. Oh, really? Okay. Already off. Yeah, bro. I don't know what's going on. Speaking of reading, there are two books that are must reads: 1984 and Fahrenheit 451. I've read 1984. And Fahrenheit 451. I think I've read that. Those two books are warnings, not instruction manuals. No doubt, bro. No doubt. It's just that's racist. Yeah. That's why I won't watch it. Hey, Lasso, hold the line, girl. Hold the line. Brightest Day, in the beginning, people are playing the knockout game. Doesn't match. Oh, that's right. You were reading that earlier. Oh, really? So the knockout game, let me guess, was a bunch of white kids?
Probably a bunch of privileged white college kids.
Oh, that's what it was. Right.
Would be my guess.
Yeah. Okay. And the knockout game just wasn't. I don't even want to get into that, but you all know about that.
That was infuriating.
It is. It's the excusing of violence simply due to racist overtones. Which, God, can we please get beyond racism now? Can we please stop allowing others to use it as an excuse to create fear or division between us?
Man.
As a weapon, right? Can we just? It's time, right? It is time. Okay, it hasn't, and I mean, and honestly, you look at it from a very honest perspective. We're not even 100 years out from the civil rights movement. There were things that were still happening after that. But it's up to our generation and what we teach our kids and how we decide to develop our society as it moves forward, to be rid of this garbage. It's time to be done. we're all red on the inside. It's all pink on. I mean, it's all red on the inside. You know, like,
Yeah. And I submit there is nothing more racist than affirmative action. Honestly, like, why would you create something to say that you're not good enough, so we're going to help you?
yeah.
You know, it's I mean, it's gotten to the point where we now have an affirmative action pick for the Supreme Court, and I'm not saying that to be a jerk. Like, I mean, he flat out said, like, he's not considering anyone else but a black woman. Like, talk about the most important job in all the land. You should consider everyone, color, sex, that doesn't matter. Are they right for the job is all that matters, especially in that case.
That is absolutely what matters. It's absolutely, it can't be about someone's gender or someone's race. It has to be about people who are going to be fair in interpreting the Constitution and interpreting the law of the land.
Yeah, I mean, there's
with an
1,000 people of every color, of every gender, you know, that are qualified for that job. Your job is to choose the most qualified of all those candidates.
And we see that all the time, like with the, oh God, you know, the way that the hiring practices that we've complained about at Disney for how long now, and other places, where they're hiring people simply because of their skin tone or where they come from, ethnicity, or and not based on their creativity. The Supreme Court has to be the best person. It has to be the best person for the job, most unbiased, and that is fairness for everybody. That's got to be something we all agree on. We all deserve that fairness, all of us. And when you're putting people in those positions simply to virtue signal, really, you're not being a leader. You're
actually violating your oath, is what you're doing.
Absolutely, brother. That's infuriating, man. Can we please get past all that crap now?
Please.
Can we please? The Buddy Stay says Zoe was a fine Catwoman with one cringe line. I like Zoe. I can't wait to. Zoe, my kind of issue. It's hot. Pop says Free Guy did the same thing with cringy SJW lines, comments, but the film doesn't derail because of it. Yeah, you know what? I like Free Guy. You're right. I did like that film, and it did have some of those elements in it, and it did not derail the film. I totally agree, Pops.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's funny. Dude, it's worth a watch. Honestly, it's a fun time. I had a good time watching it.
Yeah, I might check that out. I am unapologetically subscribed to HBO Max.
There you go. It was one line. It wasn't distracting. It fit her character in the movie. Okay. All right. I'm going to let y'all know. Batman is more like Bat Terminator.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I am vengeance.
Right. My parents died. I'm sorry.
So do you know, Kyle?
we gotta hear all the time how white people are bad. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna pay money to hear the same crap. No, I get that, man. I get that. I'm glad that people are unapologetic. That's good that we are all unapologetic in this indie sphere, and as our opinions and our stances. Those people who will not refuse to kneel. People like Raging Rhino, hail Raging Rhino. We need that. Everybody needs to hold their own line in what they believe, just like Red Gaze holds his line. It's very important that we all have that ability to express ourselves and stand for what we believe and stand for our beliefs. If we lose that, we lose everything.
Well, they brought us to a point also where it's very difficult to overlook anymore, because we've been so conditioned and beat down with this crap that we go into films and stuff looking for it now. I don't want to do that. I just want to sit back and be entertained. I don't want to sit there and try to dig through what everybody's saying, every line to see if there's any wokeness in this. It is annoying to me.
It is, dude. That's why I stopped watching for like the longest time. I got burnt out. I honestly got burnt. I really did. I mean, amongst all the other things that was going on over the last year, got burnt out on it, because you do get to a point where you're looking for it and everything. And sometimes I get tired of listening to that over and over again, just as much as I get tired of listening to the anti side of it. It's infuriating. It doesn't, and it's nonsense.
Utter
hail,
nonsense.
yeah, hail to all you guys out there who have held that line, you YouTubers out there who have not given up or not got tired of the fight, who stay engaged in the culture war, stay engaged with protecting our modern myths, who have not gotten burnt out. Hail to you guys, man, because there's a certain amount of stupid that I can't handle. Okay, maybe I can. Okay, it depends on what type of stupid. And when I hear these woke idiots out there just repeating the same shit over and over and over again, and just putting out the same boring, terrible conditioning content, I get tired of it. I just get tired of seeing it, get tired of hearing it, and it burnt me out there for a minute. But I am back.
It gets sickening. And Wookie makes a great point there too. He says, "What one line of racism towards black people do?" You know, that's a great point. You know, if they had one line talking about black privilege, or Twitter would be on fire. Cities would be on fire, actually.
Yeah, dig that. Yeah, and they have been. They have been. Listen, Free Guys Woke just took me out of that movie too. I have zero tolerance. Honey, have that zero tolerance and make sure to hold the line, sweetie. We need that. We do need that.
Sorry, didn't mean to take you off track with the comments there.
Oh, no.
Right as they pulled up.
Absolutely. No, I mean, dude, please work with the chat. Speak to the chat. And then when they come up with something that's relevant, please don't worry about that. Sex sells. Who knew? Yeah, baby. Who knew? EFAP wholly disagreed with me, but there's one character that I don't think was meant to survive his trap. Keely says, I would love Airmouth to be on Simcast on Chrissy Meyer's channel.
I bet you would, Keely.
All right. Keely's dropping it out there, brother. Hey, lay it out in the chat, bro. It's all good. It's all good. James Hayes with us. What's up, dude? Hey, Stephen Red and all of you in the chat. Hope you're having a great day. James, thank you for bringing the positivity, my brother. Love seeing you in the chat. Hail to you, sir. Says, I'm sick of division. United we stand, divided we fall. Absolutely, my brother. Absolutely. Yes. And there you go, Red. Lasso is right there with you. Right there with you.
I mean, it's tough. I don't know. I think it's pretty much common sense. I don't know that it's anything that's should be controversial. Well, like right. Racism is racism, and then a lot of these programs aimed at supposedly helping people of color, I think, come off, to me at least, is very racist. I think we've reached a point in our society where most people are on equal footing. Mm-hmm. As far as all the divisions, all the categories, it's pretty much equal footing at this point. And there's always going to be racists out there. There's always going to be dickheads, but I don't know. I mean, I think for a while we reached a point in society where most people didn't even look at that stuff, and they just brought it back. They had to bring it back, well, mainly because it's business for them. It's business and politics. It sells. Look at Black Lives Matter. Where'd all that money go?
Went to $6 million homes for the founder, who was a communist.
Yeah. Certainly didn't go to all the poor folk it was supposed to.
Well, I mean,
to help out.
To be fair, like racism never died, and I don't think
it's never going to.
Yeah, it's never going to. But it was calming down. There was a lot of acceptance. There was a lot of tolerance. I'll accept tolerance. There are still places where it happens, and those things need to be addressed as they take place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. There's no need to manufacture it. There's plenty of authentic cases out there that you can rage about, mm-hmm. or get behind stopping. Like, we don't need all this manufactured bullshit.
It's what's the manufactured stuff that takes away from the actual instances of sexism or racism that take place that need the attention to have it corrected or to point it out and say, now that's wrong. That's the biggest crime, in my opinion, is taking away from being able to combat actual instances of those things, of any type of disparage against any of us. Absolutely. That takes place.
Or sexism, for example, the latest swimmer outrage. I'm sure you've heard about that.
Oh yeah, I heard that there's a wiener out there beating vaginas in sports because I don't know.
Like, how are feminists not all over that? I'll tell you why. Because the ones that are, because there are a few, the ones that are now being labeled TERFs again and being thrown under the bus for being transphobic, which mm-hmm. is not the case. They're not transphobic. They just want women to have their shot. And they want it to be fair, which is understandable. It's a day. It feels like a day in hell for me when I'm agreeing with feminists, but here we are.
Well, I've agreed with some feminists in the past, to be honest, and some feminists are just advocating for equality in ways that are not disparaging to men, and I have no problem. I have no problem standing for equality, none whatsoever. But yeah, when it becomes that, I'm just like, there's a reason why we have women's and men's sports, and it's not any type of it's not segregating the genders, the sexes. It's not about that. It's about fairness. Women deserve to compete against their equals, and and either succeed or fail, or get the ability to be recognized for their achievements and their hard work, same as men.
Yeah. Well, and fairness is necessary in any game, be it sports or otherwise. Rules exist for a reason, not just because to make your life more difficult. It's there. Most games that I've played and most sports that I've played, the rules are in place to track the game fairly.
Absolutely.
And, this is no different.
Absolutely. Chaos Hoy in the chat. Hail, author Steve Walton, the legend. Oh, brother, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. And he says, hail to everyone. Hail, brother. Hail. Thank you for being here, dude. Lasso of Truth. We'll get back to the article in a moment, guys. I just want to catch up with the chat. This is why are we okay with one line of racism towards white people? I don't understand this. I'm not okay with it. I'm absolutely not okay with it. I'm going to see this film. I'm going to see the context of it, see where look at it within the context of the film, and if it stands out and if it looks like it's just woke nonsense to me, sister, that's exactly what I'm going to say. But no, I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with it in any direction. And like I said, unless you're looking at a piece, a film, a story, whatever it is, that it is a part of the context, then that makes sense to me. Let's see. Phil says the word racist has lost its effect that it once had. Right, and it should have more. It absolutely should, because when the actual instances of racism take place, we need to stand together and combat that, my brother. John Platt, hail, brother, says, when I heard the rumors about Robert Pattinson, I wasn't going to work out to bulk up for the part of the Cape Crusader. He says, as well as the story that he had sex with Zoe Kravitz on the bonnet of the Batmobile. Well, first off, John, I have to say, as for the first half of that, I'm not sure if that was a BS story. If it was, I took it as it was. But if he was serious, then that's tarded. That's the dirt to her. I get.
Well, the second half is definitely a BS story. That's been debunked.
I mean, and I hate the fact that it was debunked, because that is the most alpha male shit.
Right. Talk about white privilege.
I'm sorry, because if I was Pattinson and I had that opportunity, I would have done that, sir. I would have done that. Let's see. Bap says, hail. Oh, hail, Bap, too. Good to see you, man. Thank you for joining the chat. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And if you like the content or dislike it, please hit the like or dislike button. Much appreciate you being here. Thank you for coming. Let's see. Says, women ask for Leah Thompson. I don't feel that I need to be sympathetic. They did this to themselves. Yeah, brother. You're right. Absolutely. Thanks, feminism. Memes of Destruction. Hey, guys, what's going on? What's going on, memes, guys? Please check out the Memes of Destruction on YouTube. Great personality, our energy sphere. And he actually posts stuff on Pornhub. It's not what you expect, but he does. And
I was considering making an OnlyFans for my cat. Do you think that would go over?
Do it. You know what? I mean, is it a bad kitty?
I don't want to get into that because it's going to sound weird.
I would also like to blame the Memes of Destruction for the entire shirtless Walton incident. Thank you very much, sir. Let's see. All right, let's get back to the article at hand. All right, it says in the line that many reported took them out of the movie is brought World War. Oh, we already read that part. Okay. Following a brief overview of subtext using John Miles's Conan the Barbarian as an example, Andre further explains why the line and underlying themes of subtext it alludes to ruins the film's ending. Returning to the Batman, the point I'm making here is that the line about white privilege wasn't any random line the studio mandated to be put in there to appease the Twitter mob. No, it was placed there by the director, and it is a marker of the movie's subtext. One of the first things my associate Tom pointed out is our very first discussion of the movie was that there was only was that not only is every single mobster in the movie white, every white man in it is corrupt or otherwise the bad guy. The observation is correct, though, and is an intentional for another marker of the movie subtext, as well as we shall see goes beyond the movie's villains, he declares. Well, I mean, when you talk about mobsters, I guess they're going more with a classic. If they're going with like a classic Batman, let's be real. A lot of the crime families and crime syndicates back in those days were run by one of the European states, or like Italians or whatnot, Italian, Irish. So like in that way, I can see it. But one of the things that I liked about Nolan's version.
Well, though, if we're being inclusive.
Well, no, I'm saying, but let's be real. Let's kind of be realistic in as far as the fantasy of it, of the story. One of the things I like about Nolan's version was they had your black gangsters. You had your black organizations, and that is more realistic in terms of now. In the present day, and and to a degree back then, but I don't know. That doesn't bother me as much, to be honest.
Meme said no animals on Pornhub. What about OnlyFans? Do you know anything about them?
How bad is that pussy?
All right, moving on.
Andre continues. In the movie, all of Gotham is corrupt, and we see this corruption expressed in the city's establishment citizens. And has been pointed out, there is very little diversity among these particular citizens. This is Batman's city, so it's kind of a big deal to him, and why shouldn't anyone else care? In our world, Gotham doesn't even exist. That is what makes Gotham a parallel for our whole society, history, and social structure. Gotham is a stand-in for our world. Keep in mind that as the full extent of Gotham's corruption is exposed over the course of the movie, that corruption infests every facet of Gotham's establishment structure, citizenry, speak Stephen, and even its history. I want to see how he does as Alfred. I don't know if I...
By the way, I don't know if you missed this, Stephen, but Ryan Kinnell came under quite a bit of fire for saying pretty much the same thing that Andre just said there about...
Really?
Yeah, about all the black people in the movie were heroes, and most of the white people in the movie were villains. That became a big thing. Even young Ripa got involved in that one.
Really? What did Ripa have to say?
Yeah, you should go back and check it out. That was actually a funny stream. He got into an argument with Jody's Corner. You should definitely
that
check
was
that
the argument.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw those. I got on Twitter one day and I was like, everybody's shooting at Ryan Kinnell and everybody's shooting at Eric July, and he was coming at Jody's Corner and all this stuff was going on. I was like, okay, well, let's see what's going on today. I think my tweet was something like, so and so's under fire and so and so's under fire. Well, Alpha's gonna Alpha. Another day on Twitter.
That was a big thing for a while, but that stream was hilarious. If you want to go back and check that,
I am going to check that out. Yeah, absolutely.
With Eric and Jody.
Fucking Jody, man. I don't even watch Jody's Corner, but I will check that out. I will see what was going on there. Mr. Tickle Drunk says Pattinson saying he wasn't working out for the part of Batman was him trolling people. He has a history of being a shit. Oh, well, I'm not going to dispute that or anything. But I'm sure.
I understand he has a history of poor hygiene too.
Really?
Yeah, I remember Kristen. I think it was Kristen Stewart was talking about how much his wiener stank.
His wiener stank?
Yeah.
Kristen Stewart said that somebody's wiener stank.
Yes, he didn't bathe.
Wow, that's no good. You've got to take care of that. You need to manscape. You need to wash your genitals. You got to take. No. You can't just be throwing that thing in somebody in the face or whatnot and not taking care of it. That's disgusting. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it goes both ways. Nobody wants a smelly vagina in their face. Nobody wants a smelly wiener either.
I really feel disgusted at this point in time, Red. I really.
This is old news. This is like 10 years ago, maybe more.
I kind of feel a gag in my throat, right? Oh, this is so gross to even talk about. And, guys, please wash your wieners.
You're gonna have to add that to your outro. Wash your dicks.
I shouldn't have to tell you these things. Wash your dicks. Yes, I shouldn't have to tell you these things. Oh man, I can't. All right, God, I'm gonna gag right now. Let's see. Phil
You have a poor gag reflex.
oh God, I really feel disgusted right now at this moment, Red. This is really gross, dude. Can't Oh, there's even one. Why don't says don't you know I got an OnlyFans? I wear an Ewok hot dog costume, and the ladies seem to really love it, dude, bro. All right, look, man. You do what you have to do, bro. You do what you have to do. I am not hating. If it works, man. Sell it. Maybe feet pics will work too. Who knows? I say go for it, Phil. Don't hold back. Make that money, bro. Let's see. Clown World Review. What is up, Tony? Tone Deaf guys, please check out the Clown World Review. Love you, Tony, man. Thanks for stopping through. He gave me a unicorn. I like unicorns. I would ride a unicorn if I had one. Like I seriously would. I would absolutely. I think that it would be amazing to ride a unicorn, and I would I would blow up on TikTok riding a unicorn. You know, like I'm good with that.
Do you think unicorns actually fart rainbows, or do you think that's a stereotype?
I think that they fart rainbows, and I think that they shit out ice cream. You know, so I'm good with that. Would you eat it? I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Even if it was chocolate.
Well, I would get a taste tester before that. I don't know if I would trust a chocolate.
Yeah, that's a big leap.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot. That's a lot to take in. James Hayes says Patterson is an ungrateful goof. I hope real life casts him as a perpetual janitor at McDonald's.
I mean, really, that's talking about most of Hollywood.
That's awesome. Oh my God. We're gonna get to the article. All right, guys, I will get back to you soon. Promise. Let's see. As we learn of the hidden corruption of Bruce Wayne's own family, this also includes Alfred, who aided and enabled the corruption of the Waynes. What
the hell, Alfred?
Oh no, which he is held accountable for after nearly dying. Even Bruce Wayne, Batman himself, doesn't escape unscathed. He hasn't done anything wrong, but it doesn't matter because, as the Riddler says, the sins of the father are the sins of the son. Hold on. What are they running with here? Oh, no. That kind of upsets me, man. I don't want to see that. Bruce Wayne is, how should we put it, a beneficiary of a corrupt system, and his father in the city. Oh, no. Yeah, is this a white man bad? Is this a white man bad thing?
It's a more recent narrative that kind of popped up. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but I don't remember the Wayne family ever having any touch of corruption before. But in more recent times, yeah, that's something they've been throwing in here and there. I've noticed.
No, we don't need that. I don't want that. No, his parents were good people.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like the actual philanthropists.
Yeah, right.
The actual decent rich people in the city, like the only ones.
And that was right, and that was a part of Bruce's background. You know, like that's part of what made him become Batman. Was they were the good rich people.
Well, and it makes their deaths even more tragic, you know?
Right. Oh, that's awful. All right, I might not like that about this film. I don't know. This is further emphasized by two characters who act as subtext markers, namely Catwoman, who points out that Batman must obviously come from money, and the young, diverse prospective mayor, who represents the future and a better tomorrow. She tells Bruce Wayne, not in so many words, that he owns the city. He hasn't been doing enough, and she is going to make him do better. Oh, yeah, she's going to force him with that whip.
You got to do better.
I mean, Pattinson right there looks...
Well, I've heard people weren't all that thrilled with his portrayal of Bruce Wayne, but they're also telling me that he's only Bruce Wayne for like 10% of the movie. So
okay,
maybe that will evolve.
Yeah, he just looks, I don't know, grumpy. I don't know. I mean, not that
yeah. Well, what I hear from like Vinnie and others is that he's not really fallen into the rich playboy persona yet. Like he is still kind of like bitter and depressed.
That is the picture of a man who has a smelly dick. You know what I mean? Like,
it is.
That is unwashed junk picture right there, dude.
Yeah, man. You can tell when there's greasy hair up top, ladies, there's gonna be greasy hair down below.
No manscaping involved. You know, it's like, dude, get a loofah, something. You gotta.
That's what you call a warning sign.
I am really stuck on this whole smelly dick thing. I never heard that before, and now I'm really like, ugh.
You realize that's going to be ripped.
It's in my head right now. Like, I can't. Wash your shit. Wash your junk. God, gentlemen, wash your dick. You can't.
Lasser said, "Don't blame his smelly junk on Sarah."
I can't do it. I can't look at this film now without thinking about that. What the hell have you done?
You're welcome.
I can't.
I am here to serve.
Oh man, that's all I'm gonna be thinking about. That bat suit smells. You know what I mean? Like I can't. Oh, this is bad. This may explain why earlier in the movie we are told that Batman doesn't know if what he is doing is really helping. If anything, the crime is up since he made his appearance. But in the light of Catwoman's and the prospective mayor's comments to him, the implied reason why the whole system was corrupt, he's a beneficiary and still in the same place. How long is this fucking article? Jesus Christ. How much did Andre say?
Pretty long.
I can't do this anymore. Look,
I think they're just summarizing like his whole video, and his videos tend to
I
run
know.
like what, 15 to 20.
That man's junk smells. I can't.
That's what did you in on the movie.
I can't. Like, I've totally been taken out of this article. I don't know. I'm going to take an extra shower before I go see the film now. I'm going to scrub it, dude. I'm going to scrub that bad boy. Everything. You know what I mean? Like,
You're going to have to hang a pine tree on it when you go in to watch.
Dude, from the top of the crack to the freaking shaft, the whole thing is getting just cleaned.
Steel wool.
Yeah. 2 different types of soaps. I'm gonna go at it.
Get that lava sip. That stuff's pretty rough.
I can't.
It'll take the dirt off.
I can't do that anymore. I'm sorry, guys. I was serious.
I think you're even more serious at this point.
Lasso of truth. Right now, I was thinking, okay. So the racist white guy comment didn't do it, but his junk stinks, and now Walton can't watch the movie. Yeah, I can't. Ew.
This guy's so privileged. He doesn't even have to take a bath, and he's still getting strange.
Right. Oh God, I missed it. Oh, rough girl, bring me out of this. Rough Girl TV for $5. Channel member, thank you so much, sweetie. Unicorns are a really rough ride, Author Stephen Walton. Don't you like rough rides or to ridden rough? Rough Girl, you're trying to get me in trouble right now, and it's working. Working, but it's hard for me to think about riding rough when stinky junk is in my damn mind. Because I promise,
it doesn't stink. You'll be all right.
It doesn't. I clean it. I manscape. I take care of it. It's even. I take but slide my DM. You got my number. Text me. So I like rough rides. I do. But I don't know. Right now, stinky junk. I can't. I don't want to think about that right now. I can't do it. I'm sorry, Lasso. It's it. Yeah, no white privilege stinky dick took me right out. I can't do it. With a Scotch Brite patch at the dollar store. Awesome, dude. I'm getting some of that orange, that Agent Orange stuff. I'm gonna get some of that. You know what I mean? Them scrubbing bubbles, the scrubbing bathroom bubbles. Remember them? Remember the scrubbing foam bubble? I'm getting some of them.
Aren't these for the toilet though?
Bro, I'm just going full tilt. If it doesn't burn my shit off, I'm using it. I can't before I go see this film. This is awful. BLM, buy larger mansions, right, John? You're right. Right, bro. Let's see. Smelly beans. If you're supposed to turn the jugger, you got to scrub the scum off after. Look, man, it goes both ways, bro. Come on now. You know what I mean? A stinky dick will ruin. Why are we on this subject?
Listen, I just mentioned it. You kept it going. It's in
you
your
really
brain.
you effed me up with it, bro. You took me totally in a whole other direction that I can't handle it.
You got to get back with suspension of disbelief. You have to go in there thinking this man has a clean penis.
Yes. I'll take care of it. Yes, it is. It is. They're chopping somebody up next door to Red's house right now because he had a stinky penis.
Yep, they threw the dick out because it smelled too bad.
Oh my God, BLM is a fraud. Yes, can we get back to something? Wookie does not mince words. You're absolutely right about that. Brutal says, ask me about the time I sprayed brake cleaner on my poison ivy balls. What, dude? What are you doing Saturday, Brutal? That's the story I want to cover. What are you doing Saturday? You want to come on Rough Girl and myself on Saturday and talk about that? I want to hear that story. Oh my God. Yes, absolutely is a complete fraud. Absolutely. All right. I don't know where to go from that. I don't. Let's okay. Who in the damn chat knows about this the Don't Say Gay bill thing? What is that? We're gonna cover this before we roll. I was you did you don't want to go back and look. Next thing that comes, I'm not trying to do poop jokes. I'm trying to talk about something serious. I am a serious YouTuber, and I'm trying to talk about serious stuff now.
Why so serious?
Let's see. No, New York Times, go away. I'm actually going to look at the New York Times and hope to God. Will you go away?
The New York Times is annoying, man. That site will harass you to take their ads.
It is. And it totally is. And then they'll, wash your dick. Let's see. Don't say gay. Here we go. All right. Opponents say the Don't Say Gay bill is here. This is what it says. Florida bill limits what educators can say about gender and sexuality and could affect mental health services for all students. What?
Is this not something we can all get behind? You just don't talk about sexuality and sex with children I think it's up to age 5. I believe the bill states. Like, how is this controversial?
Really? Up to 8? Wait. Hold on. Let's see. Floridians here actually read it. I need to. I'm a Floridian now, so I actually should know about this, but I just got back. Let's see. The Don't Say Gay bill has nothing to do with nothing to do with saying gay. Wookie's Supremacy says anyone calling it the Don't Say Gay bill supports grooming. Wow. It limits discussions in classrooms to not touching on sex or gender issues until grade 4. Shouldn't that be common sense? Shouldn't that be common sense? I mean, quite frankly, it should be talked about until, I would say, middle school, at some point. And
I don't
even
think
then
talked about in school at all. Not their place.
Okay, Red. Well, what about? Okay, this stems from, I guess, the sex education argument, right? I would assume.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think something that really propelled this into motion is, I mean, I don't know how much you've been looking at. I mean, I can't scroll through my Twitter without something popping up where some asshole's talking about how comfortable their children are talking with them about their sexuality, and they're always grade school teachers, and they always look like what they look like, but that's not even the point. The point is, yes, like why are you even talking about that? Like, if you're a teacher, okay, you go by Mr. or Mrs. or how about just teacher? If you're not comfortable with either of those, just go by teacher. That we got all these Z's and Zers and MXs, and like they got to introduce all this stuff to their students to make sure that they're comfortable.
That's awful.
With what the students are saying. These are kids, man. If a 3-year-old, I'm sorry, we're talking about school year, so I guess 4 or 5-year-old at minimum, if what they're saying is offensive to you, you're in the wrong profession. These are kids. Kids say shit. Kids might ask questions, but sometimes when kids ask a question and you're a teacher, you're an authority figure, you have to tell that child, I'm sorry, that's not appropriate for us to discuss in school. Ask your parents about it.
Agreed. There are certain subjects that need to be left to a parent's discretion. I mean, I understand. It was difficult enough when we were talking about the sex ed debate. I think sex ed is something that just should be talked about. There's reproductive system and how to, safe sex and things like that. Like for, I would say 9th graders, for 9th grade and above, I would say it is right.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just as far as, preparing teenagers who will be entering, hopefully have not already through willing or forced action, entering into that part of their lives. I think educating them is a good that on precautions is a good thing. Explaining that to them is a good thing.
Agreed. But right around puberty, I would say, is where you want to start with that, because that's where the changes start taking place. That's where the feelings, begin, and they start to get confused. But before that, while they're still running around hitting each other with sticks, leave them the fuck alone.
Absolutely, because then you're conditioning young minds.
We've gone from having guest police come into classrooms in elementary school to talk about say no, don't talk to strangers, don't approach vans with free candy, to the teachers saying, come in my van and get some free candy.
That's disgusting.
It's gross.
The education, public education of our young people should deal with facts of the matter. There are places in public education for opinion-based conversation, and I think that it's good to have that conversation. But when it comes to the educators themselves, no, you're right. There are two sexes. Doesn't matter what you think. Nature dictated that long before we were around. In as much as, in my opinion, homosexuality has been around since first tribe. Pardon guys, I'm more liberal minded in these things. And gender fluidity. I'll even give an argument for gender fluidity. But really, it comes down to, you have a penis or a JJ. You are a Mr. or a Mrs. When you enter the world of adulthood, you can decide to be whatever you want to be or think that you want to be, and you can project yourself however you choose to be. That's fine.
X-Man, have at it.
Have at it. When it comes to the education of young children, grade schoolers, I mean, even children in general throughout high school, I think maybe in high school you can have these arguments, you can have these discussions, but hiring people as teachers who are more interested in indoctrinating others for their own satisfaction to bolster their own bias is disgusting, immoral, and they should be ejected. They shouldn't be educators. That's not an educator. That's a person who's trying to condition and groom. My God.
Yeah, we've gone from education to re-education, and they haven't even been educated yet.
Mr. Tuckletruck says, if it comes to the conversation, that's fine. It can be a part of a curriculum before grade. It just can't be part of a curriculum before grade 4. I mean, seventh, for God's sakes, These are certain discussions that should be left to the parental unit, the family unit, whatever the structure of that family unit is. For parents' rights, just cultural rights. And I don't give a shit if it's someone that is in stark contradiction to my own beliefs and my own morals and standards. It is up to the parents to pass on their own beliefs to their children. It is up to that family to decide how they are going to teach their children, their seeds. And then before those children grow to a point where they can decide for themselves, educate themselves. We have to maintain that. We have to maintain parental rights. But I don't care.
It's not even the fact that they're doing it. Like, let me show you something. I was going to present this on a stream, but I'll just go ahead and present it now. I think people have seen this. It's the fact that they're doing it. And this is something a little, beside the point, but it's, in the same groove. They have this gay pride parade here in Austin, Texas, right? They're having a gay pride parade in school. Half of these kids don't even know what the hell they're, marching for. But it's like a mock gay pride parade. Okay, that's weird. It shouldn't be happening. But it's not just that. It's the fact that, give me 1 second, up here. These are the kinds of things that they are having the kids, like, presenting to the kids and having, okay, so we got Thursday, respecting differences. Friday, new place for hate. Okay, whatever. That's a little outside, but okay. But then we come down here and they have respect privacy. What we say in this room stays in this room.
No, it does not. It's a public facility.
Yeah, it says, would anyone like to add anything? And will everyone follow the agreements? Yeah, like, they're hiding this stuff from parents. That's the biggest issue, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're ashamed of what they're doing.
Because they know what they're doing is wrong.
Exactly. Yeah. That's creating a wall between the educational system and the parents who pay taxes for that public education. Yeah, that's wrong. What stays in this room? That to me sounds like what a funny uncle says to a kid.
Yeah, don't tell your dad. Don't tell your mom.
No.
Yeah, that's full on. Yeah, that's full on grooming.
Yeah, that's disgusting. That's that gets me riled up. Let's see. Rookie says it's only a 2-page read. It's really easy. I'm definitely going to be reading it. Let's see. Well, hold on 1 second. Sorry. Parental says, Walton, Gays Watch Ricada's Law stream from last night. Will do. Hail Ricada Law. Obviously, there is there are autonomy classes, but keep it clinical. Sexual orientation should be a parent's conversation with the kids. Absolutely. Absolutely. And all because it's a conversation that other kids are going to have, or other teenagers are going to have with one another. I mean, that's just natural. And it has nothing to do with trying to hold any type or any segment of society down. But these are conversations that parents should have with their children, not loonies, not leftist loonies being hired as educators.
Not anybody, not right wingers. I don't care who.
Anyway, right wingers, yeah.
They shouldn't be exposing kids to this at all.
They said the bill is about parental rights. That's why it's called the Parental Rights Bill. Imagine that. Well, I haven't even read the damn thing or even looked at it. This is the first I've really investigated the situation. That's exactly the first thing I thought of was parental rights. It is the parents' rights to raise and to instill their family values into their children. And honest God, y'all know me. I'm Wiccan. I will defend a Christian family's rights to raise their children and say that what I do is against what they do, even though it is not. Because that is their right. Parents have to have the right to continue the traditions, the beliefs, and the morals of their family down to their children. They need to have that right, whether it's sexual orientation, religious belief, cultural. I don't care what it is. Evil will come to light, and society will hopefully fight that if we deem it as such.
And at the end of the day, I mean, you've seen it countless times. If a child is brought up with a belief system that doesn't match them as they grow and mature, and find themselves walking a different path, then they're going to walk that path.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
That's up to the parents to guide their children how they want to guide their children. And then once the child becomes an adult, it's up to that now adult to decide if that's the path they want to stay on, or if they want to go a different way, or if they feel a different way, if they're attracted to a different sex, whatever. That's for adults, not children.
Yeah, absolutely. The nuts are running the nuts are running the nut house. It's nuts. Hey, I didn't mean to say it like that, but y'all know what I mean.
Listen, I'm a hardcore advocate to bring back the asylums. Like, there's too much crazy running around.
We do need asylums back. Absolutely. We need more help. There's mental illness run rampant, and this has happened since the deinstitutionalization of since the 1970s. Your mental illness is running rampant, and it is the most nefarious of those in power who maintain their power through whipping up people with mental illness.
Yes.
that allows this type of craziness to continue, or this. Man, we are needed more than ever, y'all. All of Lasso out there, Daytona, all of the Pops, Mr. Tickle Trunk, Reggae, all of us, we're needed more than ever. Tony Tone Deaf, these channels, these platforms, these people like people around us in the indie sphere needed more than ever, because we've got to fight this. We got to fight this stupidity. We've got to stand together. We don't have to agree on other crap, as long as we can all agree that this is grooming, and this type of grooming and conditioning cannot be tolerated. We must fight for the moral soul of who we are as human beings.
Not one bit, and keep presenting facts, because you have morons that will catch this narrative, because don't say gay is very catchy. That's just don't say gay. That's all they're going to say from now on. You got people putting up billboards around the area now that just says gay, because they claim it's a don't say gay bill. You got people on TikTok saying gay, 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 gay. You're retarded. They don't even know what they're talking about. It's the same people that read a headline and think they know the whole story. These people don't educate themselves at all.
I'm going to read this today. I'll check out Vigilante Williams. Read this bill on a stream the other day. If that stream's still up, I'm going to check that out, Parrot. Thank you for letting us know, guys. Please check out Vigilante Williamson. He's a great dude in the community. Love him, man. I haven't seen him in a hot minute, but I love streaming with him. Wookie's Purpose, he says, I had to raise a gorgeous blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl by myself. No one was getting away with trying to get my daughter to keep secrets from me, especially not the teachers. What the fuck are parents thinking? Exactly. Stay on top of your children's education, guys. There are mentally ill wings in prisons full of people not getting help. Cruel and unusual. Well, that's because prisons are not about rehabilitation, brother. I think we know that. They're run by corporations at this point. They want to keep people locked in a cycle. I've seen it. I know people who have been through that. They don't want to rehabilitate and help anyone. They want to keep them trapped. They want to keep them down on themselves. Society keeps people who have made mistakes and come out into the real world from being able to advance themselves because of a mistake that was made. The jail system is about keeping people within that system. And that's just what they've been doing for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do. And I mean, honestly, if prisons were a place of rehabilitation, you wouldn't have people worrying about going to prison and getting raped and killed. That should not be, that shouldn't be. I don't care what they've done. I don't care, if a jury of their peers decided their sentence. That sentence does not include torture. It doesn't include murder. Right. It doesn't include any of that weird stuff, and that should not be happening. And I mean, I don't. Are we beyond reformation at this point? Like, I don't know, because
we shouldn't be.
All these systems are so corrupt and vile. It's disgusting.
I mean, we shouldn't be, man. Redemption is one of my favorite aspects of humanity, man. People redeeming themselves, becoming better, learning from their mistakes and moving forward. Learning from them and creating healing within themselves and hopefully others that they may have hurt. This is something that we should strive for, and with an exception of, there are some people who are just too far gone that cannot be saved. I have a discussion with Scott a couple times in private, Sporking's podcast, that because he's a believer that everyone is gray. There is no one that is absolute good. There's no one that is absolute evil. And
I disagree.
I disagree. I disagree with that. There are people that there is no redemption.
Yeah, I have met one absolute pure person in my life that I believe to be, and I've met a handful of absolute evil people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe so. Me too, man. And I've, in my life before YouTube, I had met a couple that these are evil people. There is no redemption. They will never get out of this cycle of pain that they love to be in, the misery they love to cause. And I've, been through some events where, like, even to this day, I'm still a little confused as to whether or not someone is redeemable or they are built upon just this darkness and spreading misery. But I absolutely believe that there are some individuals that are beyond redemption. There's no way, there's no help for them. But a vast majority of people, I do think that rehabilitation should be available. That redemption is something that can be achieved, and our current our current system of incarceration has nothing to do with rehabilitation, and I think it's sad.
It is sad.
Moving on to another great subject. Multiple Disney employees arrested as part of Polk County prostitution and human trafficking sting. Holy God, this is like right around me.
Did any of them say gay?
Oh man, yeah. Gay. Polk County Sheriff's Office announced they arrested 108 people during a six-day human trafficking campaign titled Operation March Sadness. Among those arrested were multiple employees at the Walt Disney Company and or their subsidiaries. Imagine that.
This human trafficking bit is another thing that's way out of control. Like there is no reason this should be at the level that it's at. Like, I mean, if you're going to crack down on anything, we had a war on drugs, right? We can't have a war against child diddlers. Come on, like this. Well, I understand the reason for that is because a lot of the people making laws and in positions of authority are involved in this nonsense.
Yes,
but that's what I mean when I say stuff like that. Are we completely that far gone that we're not going to be able to fix things unless we start hitting hard reset buttons? Like, you know what I'm talking about. Are we there? Like, how do we fix this?
Lasso hitting hard. This is why I love my girl.
Ouch.
Oh, wow. No mercy. No mercy. But people like that don't deserve mercy. We have seen, we've seen how many, taking it back to Hollywood for a moment. I think it's kind of relative to the Disney subject. How many kids, how many adults have come forward and talked about the things that they have suffered, the grooming and the molestation and the things that they have gone through, their statements in different areas. of Hollywood,
and largely ignored or passed off as crazy.
Or passed off as crazy, dude. This is something that the rich and the elite they get away with it. They support this thing. Not all, of course. There are good people out there. Excuse me. I apologize. I'm trying to remember not to make blanket statements. I apologize for that. But those who do, you're right. They just get away with it, man. You know, the upper echelon gets away with it, or they get suicided, or someone suicides them. Yeah. We were having a discussion with someone else recently. I think it was on Vinny's stream. It might have been after Vinny's stream. We were talking about, you look at how they tried to paint Donald Trump. They tried it with Epstein, and how they tried to paint him as like, one of those, without even mentioning the fact that under his watch, the U.S. Marshals made more arrests on child trafficking rings than at any other time, like the most in his last year. Yeah. He was cracking down on it. Meanwhile, we got Biden's laptop. Meanwhile, we got Clinton's. We got all kinds of people from that side visiting the island, hanging out with that's their boy, Epstein, their boy. And movie stars, actors, people in a position of power in Hollywood. All of that's ignored.
That's generally what filthy people do, is they take everything they're doing and try to place it on somebody else because they know it's horrible.
Yeah, absolutely.
They point the finger over there. I mean, you see it from in day-to-day life. Like, that's what average everyday people do. I mean, you can only imagine the level it gets to in these upper echelons.
Yeah, I mean, you see that everywhere. Like, when you see somebody yelling and pointing the finger, usually they're guilty of what they're pointing at. Usually, not all the time. Some people just get really,
I brought that up on a stream the other day. I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, but there's people who like to post all these quotes all the time. Like, they're nonstop posting quotes, and they're not always inspirational. Sometimes they're talking about like how other people did them wrong and whatnot. 9 times out of 10, when you see people posting those quotes, and especially if they're posting them frequently, they're guilty of exactly what they're calling out.
Wookie's purposes, I call Jay, Lorena, and Cuddles Disney shills a little bit. Oh, ouch! Oh, the Wook coming after people. That's another ham.
Well, I mean, an argument can be made.
So we're talking about Disney. You misspelled Hollywood. Brother. Horny houses. Hunter Biden's laptop pictures are circling around Twitter so fast, censors couldn't keep up. Yeah, for real. Let's see. Pop says, "Don't f with Sheriff Grady Judd." Man, all right, let's get through this. Let me get through some of this article because I read.
My bad.
No. I mean, these are things that I really like getting involved with. Rough Girl also talks a lot about the protection of children, when fighting this type of thing. And this is something I feel passionate about, man. I protect the children, protect the kids. It's one of the reasons why I began really getting involved with the Fandom Menace, and why I wanted to write these books, and why I wanted to have a YouTube channel, is because of the conditioning that was happening to our young people, where entertainments, where we should be using them for escapism and bringing people together, not to condition others to hate one another, not to revitalize racism and sexism, not to bring these crazy fucking genders that are fucking based in our dumbass shit that doesn't make any sense, and trying to hurt society by conditioning our children. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of adults with mental illnesses or nefarious objectives coming after our kids.
Well, that's just it. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Because everyone knows the children are the future. That's not just a line. That's the truth. And if you corrupt and damage that future enough, or indoctrinate them to the point where they don't know any better, they're going. Yeah, the future is going to be bleak, just the kind of bleak that they want. Now, some of them, I believe, that's like you said, the nefarious. Those are the nefarious, I believe. And then there's others who I think are just deranged, who enjoy this kind of weird shit. But all of them are equally scummy, and they need to. I'll just leave it there.
There you, brother. I hear you. Off topic for a second. Mackany Draws. Good morning. Good morning, Mackany. Good to see you, my brother. Guys, Mac is almost at 1,000 subs. He's almost there to be monetized. If one of the mods could please put a link to his channel in the there's a link to his channel in the description, but if you could throw it in the chat, I'd really appreciate that. Mac, man, congratulations. Proud of you. I'm glad to be back. Let's get up together and stream soon, man. So happy to see you, dude. All right. Let's see. As a press release from Polk County Sheriff's Office detailed the campaign and saw detectives identify prostitutes who posted online advertisements, as well as the Johns who were seeking out the prostitutes via online communications with the intent to identify and free any victims who are being forced into prostitution, human trafficking, or anyone participating in the trafficking of victims. It also states detectives also identified and investigated adults who are engaged in online sexual charge communications, and those who they believe were children. 4 men were arrested for preying on children online. Holy shit, look at all these fucking people, man. All these sick people. That's just disgusting to me, man. I can't.
It's gross, man. How can you even look at a child and think those thoughts? That's just the most disturbing shit.
Yeah. Protect the kids, man. Yeah, it's disturbing. It's disgusting, and it's inhuman. It's evil, is what it is. That is evil people. That is what evil looks like. Sheriff Grady Judd said the arrest of the human trafficker and the 4 child predators alone makes this whole operation worthwhile. The online prostitution industry enables traffickers and victimizes those who are being trafficked. Our goal is to identify victims, to offer help, and to find and arrest those who are profiting from the exploitation of human beings. John's fuel and trafficking, the trafficking and victimization. Where there is prostitution, there is exploitation, disease, dysfunction, and broken families. Let's see, in a press conference, the sheriff went over some individuals who were arrested. Guys, check that out on YouTube. One of the individuals was Xavier Jackson, 27. Judd says he thought he was chatting with a 14-year-old, sent photos of himself doing things that's totally inappropriate. He did not travel, so once again, the Orange County's Sheriff's Office assisted us because he's from Orlando and traveled to arrest him, where he was charged with 3 counts of harmful material and 1 count of unlawful communication. Did I mention that? Did I mention that just happens to be a lifeguard at one of the Polynesian? Holy shit. Fucking resort for Disney, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. So Disney, while you're out there in the human resources department with your Gina Davis Institute bullshit, trying to make sure that inclusion and diversity of people with Z's and Zers and strange sexual habits are promoted, platformed, and put into your material, would you please make sure there are no human traffickers in there trying to take advantage? Or are they the same thing?
Oh, well, Disney very much opposes the Child Protection Act, by the way.
Oh, crazy. Insane. Oh boy. All right. Let's see. He said next, these guys weren't predators, but they all had something in common with the last arrest. They all work for Disney. So you have Wilkinson Faden. He's 24. He lives in Orlando. He thought he was coming for sex. Yeah. I'm sorry. Let me calm down. He's been a Disney employee for 4 years, and he works at the Cosmic Restaurant in Tomorrowland, except now he's in the county jail if he hasn't made bond yet. Then there's Subhuman Malev. He's 27. He's a software developer for Disney. He's worried because he's here on a work visa from India. He thought he was coming to have sex with 2 ladies. Surprise, once again, undercover detectives. Well, good. Lastly, there's Ralph Leese. He's 45. He lives in Winter Garden. He's an IET employee for Disney, and they're about 4 years. Oh, he's been there for about 4 years, and he's married. So I'm sure Disney's not pleased, but his wife's not pleased, and we're pleased with arresting him. I mean, unfortunately, you might need to speak with the wife because who knows, if she knows or doesn't know.
Some of those wives know an awful lot.
Oh, man. According to Wesha 2, a Disney representative informed them all the 4 employees were placed on unpaid leave. They're on unpaid leave until we can decide. What the hell? The arrests come after Disney revealed they were publicly opposing an anti-grooming bill in the state of Florida that prevents the instruction on gender identity and sexual orientation for students in kindergarten through 3rd grade. Well, I'm glad to see that Disney knows where their priorities lie. What about you, Red?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Is anyone surprised? Really? I'm not. Nothing surprises me anymore. It's gotten to the point where I just assume most people in life are just disgusting weirdos. I've always gone with a 90-10 policy. About 10% of humanity is worth saving, and the rest are kind of gross.
Today we learned that there are all types of disgusting weirdos. Some of which, like the last 2 articles we just covered, are people that should not be around in society. Or the article before that, should not be teaching our young people. And in the article before that, wash your dick. That all of these disgusting types of weirdos should not be tolerated.
Let's clarify. Wash your dick for the purposes of pleasing grown-ass women.
Yes. Grown-ass women who may actually take care of their own vaginas and do not want a stinky Peter. I mean, geez, I got to go watch the Batman and think about this, man. Oh, God, I got to come back to this because I'll be too heated if I talk about the other two things. Wash your dicks, y'all. Just wash your dicks, all right? I mean, wash your ass. It's sick, Keely. It is sick. Seriously, anytime you see that, anytime that you see a child in peril, being conditioned by a person who is hired to be an educator in your public school system that is trying to teach them about weird gender identities and weird sexuality, any type of it that's outside of the realm of the sex ed, reproductive. God, I can't even think. Call that shit out. Call it out. Stand up against it. Do not kneel. Because we need to protect the next generation. Children can't protect themselves, and that's why it's up to us responsible adults to do that. We can't have it, because when you have educators in the school system that are trying to push this kind of garbage, they create traffickers that get caught working at Disney or anywhere else. And we need to stand up against that. We need to make our stand. We need to protect these kids. And take the stand against unwashed dicks. We cannot have this in society. It's an awful thing. I can't believe it's a thing. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch the Batman now.
What is a gross cycle? Because, a lot of victims grow up to offend. So something's got to be done about this immediately. Well, not just for that reason, for the reason they should never have to deal with this in the first place.
No. There are people whom I have known who were exposed to adult situations well before they should have. And that causes someone to either go into a state of hypersexuality, where it becomes an escape that can be dangerous, very dangerous to themselves and to others, or they end up developing trust issues or problems developing healthy relationships that can cause that to spread pain. We need to make sure that kids are protected, that we need to stand up as adults and make sure that we are doing that. We are actively just keep an eye open, protect your children, educate your children the right way if you have young children as to the dangers that are out there, and fight these people, these evil people that are being hired as educators to condition them into accepting predators, into being groomed into accepting predators. We have to make sure that this is something we stand up against, just for the souls, just for the very souls of these kids.
And by the way, this is not a sexuality. This is a mental condition, and I won't accept otherwise. Yeah, never let these fools try to push this into just another sexuality. Because at that point, let me tell you, I keep my magazines loaded at all times. At that point, we might go a little further.
Absolutely. Pop says it's worth to note that the trafficking bust nabbed 108 people aged 17 to 67, man. It's crazy, dude.
67? Are they still getting their dicks up? What the hell?
Is it? It's crazy, man. You can't find an adult. You're an adult. You can't find another adult. Are you serious right now? Like, what kind of... There's no excuse for it. It's okay, but it's okay anywhere we have a bunch of kids, you'll get predators. So keep taking your kids there. It probably won't happen to your kids. How effing magical. Yeah, man, you gotta be vigilant. Be vigilant. Honestly, I don't care about grown adults listening sex with other grown adults. I care. Exactly. It's kids I care about. Right. If you're a grown ass adult and you want to rub yourself in peanut butter and put on a furry costume, call yourself a Zer and bang yourself in the nuts with a ball peen hammer. That you do your thing. You do you, boo. I don't care. But when it comes to children, they have to be protected. Daytona Falls says they don't make enough rope, in my opinion. Absolutely, Daytona. Absolutely, my brother. Wash your entire body. And that's what I mean when I say wash your hands and wash your ass. I'm not talking specifically about washing your hands and wash your ass. I mean, wash your hands when you're done touching yourself or when you're done doing something and you need to clean, you need to touch, because and wash your ass means wash your whole body, wash the whole thing, scrub your dick, just the whole 9 yards. Please, thank you, Keely. I appreciate that. Word, Daytona. Absolutely. James says, are we going to have to get in line for dick inspections now? I shouldn't have to worry about that, James. Shouldn't have to worry about that. Y'all should know All right, all y'all men out there should know, and even y'all dicks with chicks, y'all should know, or chicks with dicks, y'all should know.
Yeah, no dick inspections. I don't think we need to go that far.
Absolutely. Yeah, hail to you too, man, rough girl. It says, meet all these sick people. Tell me, do you bleed? You will. Absolutely, Keely. Absolutely. Also, meet the sick people. It says, men get arrested, dogs get put down. Y'all love that line. Oh God, I love that line. Love that movie. Horny Owl says these people are in high places to try to normalize pedos. Yeah, man, absolutely. And Tish Tickle Drink says now there's more than one cause for that sort of sexual appetite. Some naturally occurring and others just learned. Not learn them all. We need to study to fix it. Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right, Mr. Tickle Trunk. I'm just saying that one of the results from being exposed to that type of thing too early in life is over sexualization. Absolutely, man. Or hypersexualization. Yeah, so what a great live stream. We covered a lot of things.
We did. Uncovered a lot of things too.
We did really. I am going to possibly see the Batman, and I'm going to take 2 showers before I do it. And I'm not going to be able to look at Pattinson without thinking about dead eyes, putting a gaping, breathing fish mouth around Stinky Dong. I don't know. It's
with like that. There's cartoon vapors coming off of it, you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like, yeah, fruit flies. You know. I can't. I love y'all. Yeah, dude. Thank you guys so much. Thank you everyone for saying. Thank you for everybody that continued to stay. I know I lost some people when I was raging out about the PETA thing, but yeah, I can't not cover that. I can't not talk about that. It's something that I feel passionate about. We need to protect the kids. Red Gaze, please tell everyone what you got, what projects you have coming up. If you want to share, anything, please let them know.
Oh yeah, Sun Sworn Wings of Vengeance is currently available. Ships out immediately within a couple days after you order. Bonds 2, The Cursed Child is coming up from Nerium. That is in the sign-up phase right now. Definitely check that out. On Indiegogo. All these are on Indiegogo at the moment. Sunsworn 2, March of the Dominion is the second novel in a series that will be coming out later this year. So look forward to that. We also got a couple projects that we're kind of keeping close to the chest for now. But like I said, if you sign up for memberships, you can get your sneak peeks there. But yeah, we're just going to keep on cranking out the good stuff, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. I would appreciate that. Like I said, I'm going to try to do some more of these morning streams, as well as we do the probe every Thursday to check out more independent creators doing cool things. But yeah, other than that, yeah, just stay awesome. You guys are cool. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for hanging out.
Guys, thank you so much for coming by again. It's good to be back in my old studio. It's good to stream, see so many names coming through. Real quick, Superfan Adam came through. It's afternoon all. Afternoon, Adam. Thank you for being here. Keely Chow says, after the stream, please raid either Luna Fox Gamer or Nerdette's Newsstand. He's throwing out links for those channels out there. Thank you so much for being here, brother. Darren, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Hope you all having a great day. Hope you are too, Darren. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you in a good attitude, pushing forward. Love you, my brother. Love you. Good to see you, man. Hey, man, go back and check it. We were talking about some strange shit there during the first hour. It really took a left turn. It really took a left turn there. But yeah, guys, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Please remember to support your independent creators out there. Your favorite 2 or 3 YouTubers, man. It doesn't matter how big or small they are. Please share out links for their channels, because we don't have an industry supporters. We only have each other, and we rise together. Going to be getting back on the horse. Got a couple interviews this afternoon for Fandom Menace Volume 2. Looking forward to interviewing Vinnieart and Mella for the comics chapter, and interviewing Tom Connors of Midnight's Edge. Really looking forward to getting his insights on things that happened during 2018, 2019, and the growth of our community. If you have a voice and you want it heard, get out there and make a channel. Doesn't matter what platform it is. Make a channel and make your voice heard. There's an entire indie sphere of people around here that will help to support you. There are people that will help you to grow, that will give their tips, tell you about best routes to take, the best ways to grow. We've got a wonderful indie sphere that's been built over the last several years, and I appreciate all of you. Please support your independent comic creators, independent novelists, independent creators out there, whether they're making films, novels, comic books, whatever the case may be. Please support them, share out links, because that's what we're about, and that's what we do. Please look out for one another. Be good to each other. I am author Stephen Walton, the Fandom Menace historian, your historian, born in the chats of the High Council with my brothers and sisters, fighting for our modern mythologies. Wash your hands, wash your ass, be good to each other, yet suffer no fools. Peace.
When you're born in this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show. And when you're born in America, you're given a front row seat.
And for God's sakes, wash your dick. Just
Wash that
your
dick.
You've got to do it. Guys, do not let